weeks of the regular season down. What will the final off in Week 9? Fields it right. And he'll take it a yard past the 20. Indy's offense takes the field for the first time. We take a look at Matt Ryan, top 10 all-time in passing yards, playing his first career season.
Did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0. A lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive until about the for him from a week ago. 24 carries, 98 yards, and a score.
And he's been a touchdown machine for this season. He's #1 in the league in rushing touchdowns. So that has to help the entire offense as a whole. Play action passes, other people have a chance to touch the football because if you're a defense, you absolutely.
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Christian Barmore coming right up the gut, gets in there for a loss of 9. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and quarterback too.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Meanwhile, Ryan's throw into the hands of Pittman here. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. First and 10, Taylor now. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. This defense for the Patriots, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And they needed to be because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took up.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And the Patriots are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he'll take this one only up to about the 21. But look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 23 carries, 79 yards.
Well, to no one's surprise, he gets an early rep right there, and they've been playing their best ball this season as they built this winning streak. And that includes the ground game, where he's kept the offense productive and put them in position to win ball games. The question now is, can this defense that he's facing do what others haven't and finally put a stop to this streak?
On 2nd and 9, Jones. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the field position doesn't get much better than this. They'll have it 1st and goal at the 8-yard line. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 12th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Colts use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. On the return, Marcus Jones from the end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
Now Jones. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up second down. The Patriots at 6-2 to start play. They come in playing really well on both sides of the ball. They've won 6 of their last 8 CD.
And this coaching staff has to be pleased with how the offense has performed. But I'll bet they're absolutely thrilled with how the defense played last week, holding their opponents to just 3 points, and that was it. They get anything comparable to that performance, this one's absolutely locked up.
Jones on third down. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 26. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for.
On second down, this is Harris. Taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Complete. It's Henry. And they stop him short of the first as he can only get to the 20. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they've rallied and made the tackle.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Pats will take over here just shy of the 30. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10. Just shy of the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. It's brought in by Harris. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll make it 2nd down. Here's Harris. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Looking to throw. Jones. Right side, Thornton with it. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Now a give. Running left is Harris. Down to about the 37.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jones flush to his right. And this is caught inside the 5. But he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 34 yards there.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
They'll run with Strong. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Pierre Strong, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Foot connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. That time a 6-play drive. And it was Pierre Strong who finished things off with a touchdown run. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Matt Ryan and the Colts heading back out on offense. And he's had his struggles here early with a couple of interceptions as he'll try to refocus with a 1st and 10 to start this drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Out to the right and complete to Pittman. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now Ryan. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. That close on 3rd down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
Week 9 here in the National Football League. We'll have 9 weeks to go after this. We've got a couple of good matchups in prime time to wrap up the first half of the season. Tonight, Tennessee and KC in the AFC. And then tomorrow night, an interconference matchup. Baltimore and New Orleans from the Superdome. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. Back to throw. Jones. Pass complete once again to Bourne. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. Harris running straight ahead. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
From the 39, Jones out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Quiddy Pay able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. It's tipped, but it doesn't matter. He still catches it. Now the Patriots going to first half. about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing, Jones. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Henry. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away, no good. And they're tied here in quarter number 2. So what a let-off there. You figure that was an easy 3 points. Instead, it turns into nothing.
And from that close of range, if you start it left, your goose is cooked. And this thing, well, it never had a chance to straighten itself out.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Well, the Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the 3rd quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
A good pickup there, 22. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
Personal foul. Roughing the tackle. Defense.
Okay, so the personal foul penalty. And those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. They'll roll him out right. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, try to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback if he was going to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Quiddy Pay picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. 4th and inches in plus territory, that seemed like a prime spot to go for.
It certainly did, and there's so many things that go into it. Are you too far away for a field goal, but not far away to punt it? Do you just feel like your offense is better? I just think in today's NFL, offense feels like it has to take care of the football, has to keep the ball, because scoring is up. You better maximize every possession. You trust your offense more than you trust your defense in today's league.
That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 2nd down, a run was strong. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. On 1st down, right back to Strong. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Touchdown, Patriots! Kendrick Bourne from 8 yards out. And the Patriots have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Extra point up and good by Folk. And that makes the score 14-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was Kendrick Bourne who was able to cap things off with a touchdown. Taken at the goal line. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the 2nd half. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Back to Taylor on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
65 yards on the ground for him so far. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and run for the 1st with Taylor. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Back now in Foxborough. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter. Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need. That's exactly what they got done.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up.
On 3rd down, Ryan. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
And off the crossbar, and it kicks back out. Needed maybe a foot or two, but it's no good as it stands. And this will stay at a 7-point game. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw complete there to Smith. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Looking to throw again on second down. Jones got his man. It's Thornton. Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Open man is born. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Second and 4. They'll look to throw again. Got the connection here to Bourne. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Damian Harris taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Patriots add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Now Folk for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it was Damian Harris who finished things off with a touchdown run. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send down the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Here's Ryan. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. The offense on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Ryan. Got an open man, it's QT. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe the Colts were able to fall on this when they were. And so possession will remain with Indy. Now the Colts moving quickly here in the hurry-up offense. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be a third and about 13. To throw is Ryan. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Blankenship out for the point after. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. So there is still time, a little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick. And the Patriots are going to recover, and that should just about assure victory. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position.
Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble. And the Colts pick it up. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation, because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Now Ryan. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. New England's offense set to go. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
That's swung out wide to Harris. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home.
season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. We get our first look at this New York Jets offense, really retooled the last couple of seasons. And at the helm under center, second overall pick from 2021 out of BYU, Zach Wilson.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He's able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Now Wilson. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. These two teams, you might remember, met in Foxborough earlier in the season with the Patriots winning that ball game. So they're trying to win here in Foxborough to capture the season series. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Patriots take over. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Now Jones. He'll buy some time right. Oh, he was looking for Parker, but it's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he is going to lose yardage here. It was Matt Judon that time who worked his way in to blow that play up.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
On 2nd and 15 now. Wilson forced out to his left. And this one too low.
They're giving him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Wilson. They still can't get it. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. So Wilson runs off, and now they will go to the man they call Greg the Leg, Greg Zuerlein. That's just 32 yards official. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's, look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. There's a curveball for you. Field goal to try to give them the lead. Not only is it batted down, they get the good bounce, and it winds up 6 points the other way.
Maybe they should have thrown the fastball instead. What do you think?
Yeah, it probably would have been better than the curve. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. New York set to take the field. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe give a little bit and kind of start over.
Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. Now it's Wilson. He's going to let this one go deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Braden Mann now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And they will take over 1st and 10. So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit. And they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Toward the sideline, it's complete. An athletic grab, but still well short of the 1st. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. The Jets have Braxton Berrios back deep. Fielded at the 20. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there. After 1-7-0 on the The Jets with the football here to start the 2nd quarter as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Throwing is Wilson. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. This offense on 3rd down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Jones on the return. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. They hand this off to Harris. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Looking to throw. Jones escaping the pressure right. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a first and goal.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Damian Harris hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Patriots have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Folk connects on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it was Damian Harris who finished things off with a touchdown run. This one taken just inside the 10. Now a hit and a loose football. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. From the 22, Wilson. And the ball is knocked out. And it's picked up by the Patriots. Inside the 20. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. Yeah, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
And the last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And that makes the score 21-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. Takes it at the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Week 11 in the NFL, and the playoff race is starting to take shape. And we got a couple of good divisional matchups coming up in primetime this week. First tonight, the Bengals and Steelers from Heinz Field. And then tomorrow night, you and I on a plane after this one ends, going down to Mexico City and Estadio Azteca for the 49ers and Cardinals. And that is going to be a fascinating game to call and watch. And one of us almost missed it. I'll spare you the long story, but my passport was expired. But thanks to the expedited option, Got it in time, and off we go down south. On second down, a run with Hall. Running right through him. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw complete there to Moore. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Throwing again on second down. Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. A gain of 7. First down, New York. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. And he's going to have the first down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line. Again, Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. To throw again on second down. Wilson. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
He has a man. It's complete to Wilson. And the Jets are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Wilson. Flushed out right. He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jets are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Zerline good with a PAT, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line ready to go. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Throwing Jones. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A final shot before break. Jones going deep here for Parker. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. Well, the Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 27, Jones completes this one to Thornton. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well. So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now here's another carry for Harris. 62 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field, but his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Now Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Damian Harris, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Patriots take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Folk connects on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now it's Wilson. Dancing to his left. Taking in left side, it's Wilson. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hall on a give up the middle. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. On the return is Jones. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Damian Harris of the Patriot offense ready to take over again. He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line that hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
This is Smith with a grab. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends. Back now in Foxborough. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The tackle by Quincy Williams. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Harris fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. Again, it's Harris. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Damian Harris taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Pats add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point up and good by Folk, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And New York set to take the field. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this fourth quarter. On first down, Wilson. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Wilson. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, but I think Jet was able to recover, and they'll keep possession thanks to a heads-up play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On the draw, it's Hall. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Wilson to throw. Open man here is Conklin. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 35. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
Ready.
Straight ahead is Hall. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wilson going for it all. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Wilson now to throw on third down. Looking for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Patriots are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last two drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down. Off the play fake. Jones. Harris has it over the middle. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Now Jones throwing on fourth down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the Jets come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. They start the drive with Cook. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. This defense for the Pats, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw here going to be caught by Wilson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's got some space here. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 38 yards on the scamper there. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy is made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
Throwing is Cousins. And that is incomplete. Well, once again, from all of us at EA Sports, happy Thanksgiving. Hope everybody's had a fantastic day on the couch, belt unbuckled, feet up. This, of course, the nightcap to a great day of football here this Thanksgiving holiday 2022. And he'll just get rid of it.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does you points, maybe not the touchdown that they wanted.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later. Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. The Patriots at 8-2 on the year. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that can ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
Throwing on second down, Jones. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. So roughing the passer call is accepted, and this officiating crew not making very many friends here with this crowd.
Yeah, we all know that everyone accuses the officials of kind of playing to the home team. But not in this case. They just tried to administer the game the way it's supposed to be. That drew the flag.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. This running game's so important for them, and they know that, and helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
They'll run again with Harris. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football. 6 yards left on second down. Harris running straight ahead. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll run with Strong. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7th. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Jones. A quick throw, but incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Touchdown! Jacoby Myers, his first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Nick Folk for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it was all capped off by Jacoby Myers on the touchdown reception. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited. but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Cousins. Flush to his right. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Cousins to throw it. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Cousins. And a completion to Wilson. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurt away.
And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are once again back in front. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Adam Thielen. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one. But now playing here on Thursday night, do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Jones. Pass complete once again to Bourne. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Looking to throw. Jones. Complete. It's Henry. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
That's swung out wide to Harris. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. This is Harris on the draw. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this one is incomplete.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play. Folks' kick is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. Cousins on 1st down. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Final play of the half, Cousins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing, Jones. Got a man, it's Tyquan Thornton. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Operating from the gun. Jones, complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On the draw, it's Harris. 43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The throw right sideline here is complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 23. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Here's Jones on 1st down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
They hand this off to Harris. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary.
That he keeps fighting his way into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Damian Harris with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Patriots have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up fourth. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here's Jones on the return. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Running back Damian Harris and the Patriots ready to go on their next drive here. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock, but barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. 19 yards that time for number 19.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Holding offense.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Back to throw. Jones. And that's complete downfield to Parker. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And the Patriot first down. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On the give, this is Harris. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We are headed to the 4th here on Thanksgiving night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. first and 10. It's Strong. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Pierre Strong taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Patriots add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Folk connects on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
Bailey to kick off for the Patriots.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 62 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Cousins now from the 50. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. They'll try the middle with Cook, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Continues to be a struggle for this offense, and this home crowd, they're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
On 3rd down, Cousins. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. And the Pats are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down. From the 36, Jones. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are right back in this football game. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 44. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
To the sideline, wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot. Keep the feet in bounds. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
4th down, Cousins. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And the Patriots take over. They're going to have terrific field position. So here are the Patriots to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. A gain of 3, second down.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Off play action. Jones. Downfield and caught by Thornton. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First down, Patriots.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. On the delay, here's Harris. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, Jones jogs off, and on comes a longtime vet, Nick Folk, for the pass field goal try. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it. And he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Take it in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
3rd and short yardage, Cousins. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Cousins now. Over the middle, complete. That's Cook. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Cousins' throw pulled in by Jefferson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Cousins. And he wisely will throw that one away.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
And he comes back with one complete. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished.
Here's the punter, Jake Bailey, ready to do the honors. And we are underway in Foxborough. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. 23 yard 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 Allen going to go to the air right away. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down. This defense for the Patriots, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Matt Judon in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Throwing now is Allen. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Here's Jones. 35 yards that time on the punt. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10. Right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 18 carries, 83 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, obviously he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Jones, it's complete to Parker left side. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 11 yards for number 11. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. Down to about the 23. The Patriots at 9-2 to start play. And they come in on the heels of yet another victory. That ran their win streak, Charles, up to 7 now.
And I think that last win, that established them and stamped them, to me, as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with extreme confidence, and you need that in order to go all the way.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And he will have a Patriots 1st down. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often. Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Jones. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Von Miller, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Folk's kick is good. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no win, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
Yeah, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later. Hey, it's game day again, but I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Well, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. These are his numbers from last contest. 16 carries, 52 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Allen's throw is complete, and he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 36. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Three 0 after one on EA's. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. On first down, Allen. There's Stephon Diggs for the catch on the slant. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man of the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Allen's throw taken in there by Crowder. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Allen to throw once more. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback at just about every.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Not the first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now Allen. On the catch, it's Crowder. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. Able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Room to run at the 50, the 30, 10. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Patriots.
As we know on every team, head coach, offensive coordinator, defense coordinator, we often forget about the special teams coordinator. They pay him too, and boy is he excited about what his team just did. A big-time return for a touchdown.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. And no doubt one of the most, if not the most exciting play we'll see in this game. The kick return all the way to the end zone for 6 points. Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Allen now looks to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
They run with Harris. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. These two AFC East rivals, Buffalo and New England, well, the Bills, they've kind of flipped the script the last few years in this series. The Patriots owned the division for so long, won 16 times in 17 years. But it's the Bills who have captured the title the last 2 years, and they crushed the Pats in the wild card round last year, you might remember, in Buffalo, 47-17. They'll try the right side with Harris. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. So on 4th down, Jones jogs off, and on comes a longtime vet, Nick Folk, for the Pats field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Folk's kick is good, and they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Bills going to take over now late in this 1st half. Well, not much time remains here in this 1st half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cook. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice short tackle.
And he is going to lose yardage here. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Well, the Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3.
And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a give, running left is Harris. There he goes, right side. 30. 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
On for the extra point is Folk. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen, he'll get this one complete to Davis. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Now Allen. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
And we'll send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That's pulled in at the 32. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Patriots take over.
New England trying to get a place on offense. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good line, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing, Jones. And he fires one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw taken in by Diggs. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Allen. This one caught by Crowder. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Couple here, second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They go right back to Singletary. And he's going to take this down close to the first as he's brought down at the Patriots' 40-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw, it's Allen. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now what we're